Alright guys, welcome to another beer review, and this one I'm very intrigued for. So we're going over to Track, and this is a collaboration with, is it Zagovor? Out of Russia, if I remember correctly. And this is a can of the Uzon, which is a triple fruited Imperial Goes, clocking in at 10% ABV. So the malts are extra pale, flaked wheat, jumbo oats, dextrin, hops are citra, yeast is US 06, and adjuncts are passion fruit, mango, pink guava, and lactose. Obviously brewed and canned at Track Brewing, Unit 5 on Sheffield Street in Manchester. And art is courtesy of AH Creative. Big fan of tracking cans. They're right back up there now after having a little bit of a lull, it would seem. How many times do I mention that in reviews? Even though most people will probably disagree. But yeah, really big fan of Track. I've said it before, I never used to be a big fan of the tap room that they've got, but after going there and just looking at the surroundings and how industrial it is, it's just like, do you know what? Yeah, I really like the tap room, and it's really nice to see it getting busy again. Anyway, so the triple fruited goes at 10% ABV. Let's see what we get with this one. I had to pick this up because I'm a massive fan of North Brewing's triple gozes, so I'm interested to see what a Imperial triple fruited goza would be like. So using my cloud water glass for this one, and oh yes, that is pouring exactly as I was expecting it to. Just look at that, look how gloopy that is when it gets into that glass. See, now I'm expecting something similar to that, was it like maple pancake and blueberry goza that Omnipio did, which was just absolutely insane. Completely different kettle of fish with this, but yeah, just look at that. It's like you've just got the fruits and just mashed them up. And yes, it is a dirty glass, whatever. Head dissipated pretty much straight away. That's just like pure juice, innocent smoothie. Very gentle carbonation, no head at all. Could have gone for an Iceman pour, but I'm not a twat. So, well, I am a twat, but not one of those sorts of twats. Not that I'm hating on people who can pull off an Iceman pour, because I've never been able to do it. It always just looks weird when I try it. But yeah, that looks intense and formidable. Probably should have put a little bit less in so I can give it a sniff. So let's try and do that without spilling it everywhere. Oh wow. That's almost taken on like a savoury, meaty sort of aroma. There's a really big, funky sort of edge to this one. And then you've got like loads of bruised fruits, where they're starting to get a little bit earthier as opposed to being sweet. Tell you what though, ABV is masked on this one. I'd say getting the guava and the passion fruit more. Mango is just sort of rounding it off. Tiny bit of vanilla coming from that lactose, but I'd imagine you're going to get the lactose more in the body. But yeah, it's got a really big funky sour beer aroma to it, if that makes sense. Like herbal tea. Yeah, I thought it would be a little bit more sweeter and fruitier on the nose. But not gonna lie, the aroma's not really wowing me. It's not what I was expecting it to be. But what is there is nice. Anyway, enough of the yapping. Let's get on with the drinking. Cheers, guys. Am I actually drinking beer right now? Because you know when people say, oh, it's like you're drinking a smoothie. And you know it's not really, but it's kind of like that. This is literally like drinking fresh juice smoothie straight from the bottle. It really, really is. A little carbonation coming through that body. It's just like sliding down as you're drinking it. The fruits do come out a lot more on the taste, thankfully. But one thing that I'm really enjoying, it's not too sweet. It's not too sickly. The only sign of an ABV, or the only sign of the 10% ABV, I should say, is a little bit of warmth as it's going down. But you're not tasting any sort of alcohol. Oh God. You're not tasting any sort of like alcoholic tones or anything like that. There's no harshness. It's just so silky smooth. And even when you sort of swirl it around your mouth, it's like if you go to Tesco's and you get their orange juice or like their clementine juice, it's got the consistency of that. It's got the consistency of a smoothie. It's a beer smoothie without it being a beer smoothie. That is insane. That is absolutely insane. It's definitely what I was expecting on the flavour. It really, really is. A little bit worried by the nose on this one. But the flavour. It's I can't put into words how creamy that beer is. Yeah, that is absolutely ridiculous. It's big, it's bold. Got a bit of like a flock of seagulls sort of hairstyle going on at the moment. We'll keep it like that. Look how stupid that is. But I'll tell you what's not stupid. This beer. I'm going to be drinking this so quickly because you just do not realise that it's 10% ABV aside from that warmth. Yeah. It's all of those fruits without it being so in your face it's synthetic. That's really damn good. That's a really special little beer. Little, it's 10%, but you know what I mean. Now, if we could get IPAs with that body, we would just be like dominating the brewing industry. Do you know what I mean? If we can pull off a mouthfeel with an Imperial Gose, can we do that with a New England style IPA? Or would it have to be an Imperial strength because of the sheer amount of like the sugars you're going to have to put in there and the malts and the oats and the additions to bulk up that body? I wish I had picked up a few more cans of this. I've not had too many people talk about this one, but it's really damn fucking good. It really, really is. It's everything I wanted it to be. It's like I'm drinking juice in between beers. It really, really is. Absolutely mental. Absolutely mental. I'm getting like an orange juice vibe from this as well, which I think that citra hop is mixing with those fruits to give it a genuine orange flavour, and I'm all for it. I could just drink this beer. I feel absolutely awful, you know, because of a 10% beer should not be drinking like this. But yeah, fantastic stuff. If you see it, definitely do your best to get a can of it, because it's like, no should really compare the two. But if you've been absolutely fallen in love with North Brewing Company's, or North, I'm just going to call them North. If you've been falling in love with North's Triple Fruited Ghost series, then you're going to absolutely love this one. Absolutely fantastic stuff. I want more beers like this, because that is beautiful. Do this but with like blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, blackberries. Oh my god, that would be like past 10 out of 10 as this stands. I'd maybe like a tiny bit more sweetness. That's the only thing I'd probably want, but it's still like a 9.5 out of 10. It's just missing a 0.5, like a point, just like a 0.5 for being half 10. It was just a little bit sweeter, but then at the same time, would that become then too sickly sweet? Because this isn't sickly sweet at all. It's rich without going into that sort of territory. But yeah, what a surprise that is. As soon as I saw it in the fridge at Track, I was like, getting a can of that, because that sounds fucking awesome, and it is. Beautiful stuff. So yeah, 9.5 out of 10 for Track Brewing Companies and Zagovor's Uzon Triple Fruited Imperial Goes. I'd like to see more iterations on this series, Track, because as I said, if you did a blueberry, raspberry, and maybe another berry one, or even like a grapefruit, blood orange grapefruit and nectarine triple fruit Imperial Goes, my god, that would be just amazing. One of the other things that's stopping this from getting a perfect 10 out of 10 is passion fruit is a fruit flavour that I've grown to get a little bit tired of. In this, it's just the right amount. Mixes beautifully with that guava, and it's just then toned in really nicely with that mango. The balance on this beer is ridiculous. A beer like this does not have the right to be as balanced as this one is, but yeah. So it's just the fact that it might be a little bit sweeter, maybe without the passion fruit, maybe replace it with something else, then it'd be like a 10 out of 10 all day. But 9.5 out of 10 is go get this beer as soon as physically possible. I'm reacting the same way, I think, to this as I was with keeping the Manchester vibes going, as I was with Wander Beyond's Octopod, which again, that was at a time when I was passion fruits. But thank you, Mikola, for putting me off passion fruit slightly. So Track, you can blame Mikola for not getting a perfect 10 out of 10. Anyway, what am I making excuses for? I'm still giving this like an almost perfect score. So if you don't listen to me and don't take me seriously, usually, do it now, because this is a pretty damn special beer. And thankfully that funkiness I was getting on the nose isn't really coming through on the flavour, because then we'd be having a completely different discussion probably. But yeah, remarkable beer. Check out Track, check out Zagovor or Zagovor, I'm not too sure. I have had a couple of beers from those guys, really good stuff. And yeah, if you tried it, let me know your thoughts, opinions. And of course, any beers that you can recommend that are like this one, let me know as soon as possible, because I love this style of beer and I love it when it's pushed to its limits like this has. And yeah, Track, just another absolute knockout beer. Wonderful stuff. Thank you guys for watching, and I shall hopefully see you all later. Cheers. I winked again for no reason.